It seems like almost every week I hear the same story, just in a different court with some different lawyers. And the story is this: a lawyer submits a brief to the judge. The other side looks at the brief and goes, "That's weird. I can't find this case that they say exists. Wait, these cases don't exist. This wasn't written by a human. These were cases created by artificial intelligence." And the lawyers who submitted the brief trusted some sort of artificial intelligence program to write the brief for them and submitted the brief without checking it. And in doing so, they submitted fake cases with fake laws and fake circumstances all over the place. It's happened to small town lawyers in Kentucky, big firm lawyers in New York City. It's even happened to Morgan & Morgan. So what the heck is going on? Well, it's exactly what you probably think it is. It's lawyers being really lazy. These lawyers went on to a prompt like ChatGPT, put in a little information about their case and said, "Please write me a brief to respond to this other one." And then 5 minutes later, after ChatGPT has written the brief, these guys just copy and paste into Word and then file, I guess. Maybe it's not even them. Maybe it's their staff doing it. That's probably even worse. That means the lawyer's not even checking after their staff and the staff is doing stupid stuff. But this keeps happening over and over and over. And in lawyer world, this is like a big deal, right? It's like you're the defensive coordinator of the Atlanta Falcons and your son calls Shador Sanders and pretends that he's being drafted and he's not, and then you're embarrassed and your whole organization's embarrassed. That's kind of like what's going on in lawyer land with these ChatGPT and other AI models, where people are just taking information and plugging it in and then just filing it without any sort of checking. Do I use ChatGPT or AI modules? Yeah, we have a system in our office that we've uploaded every single deposition that we've ever taken and every brief that's ever been filed against us or by us. We've uploaded that into a closed world. It's not available to anyone outside our law firm. That allows us to essentially research our own files a lot quicker than saying, "Hey, you remember that case from that time with that person where this issue came up?" And then you're searching back years and years of your hopefully somewhat organized files trying to find this. That right there is searching files in most law firms. That's what happened. What we do is we use our bot to say, "Hey, I think I had a case like this. Can you please find it?" Or I say, "Hey, can you please write this?" But all it does is grab similar information from cases and from things I've already written and only I've written, and then compiles it, and then I review it. I add in new information. I add in the facts that maybe the bot doesn't know about, and I turn in my work. Is our bot supposed to write finished work product that we submit to courts? No, it helps us research. But I'm not an idiot. I know that it may screw something up, just like any other associate or any other person might. So it requires people like me to go through and make sure it's correct. Sit there, critically think, analyze, and say, yeah, was that a good way to write it? So is AI going to replace lawyers? Maybe some of us.
A panel of 5 judges was ready to hear his case when he asked to play a video to make his case.
May it please the court. I come here today a humble pro se
right.
before a panel of 5 distinguished justices.
Is this, hold on. Is that counsel for the case?
So this guy in New York who's a party in a case, he doesn't have a lawyer and he's using AI to represent him essentially. And he makes a presentation that shows a person's face and is making his arguments with that AI image speaking. Looks like a really good cartoon, but you can still tell it's not a human. And at some point, one of the judges starts yelling at him.
Was not pleased.
I don't appreciate being misled.
Saying, "You didn't tell us this wasn't a real person. You have defrauded the court. You've done this and that." And the guy's like, "Look, lady, it's AI. Yeah, it's just a presentation." And frankly, when I saw his presentation, what I'm thinking in my head is, I might do this. I could imagine a case where I give a presentation, maybe in a closing argument, where I use an AI created talking head. Maybe I talk back and forth to it. Maybe I make the AI evil, and that's the insurance company. And I say what I'm going to say, and then the evil AI bot says something else. And we go back and forth, and that's how we talk out who should win the case. I thought what that guy did was really smart, and I thought the judge was, at best, she was merely overreacting and just yelling at a guy who I thought was giving a creative presentation. So I do think artificial intelligence will reduce the number of lawyers that are necessary. It already has reduced the number of staff necessary in a lot of offices. And I'm not even talking about the ChatGPT or similar models to that. In the case management software that we use, it can automatically pull information from our file, and it can create certain basic form pleadings, form documents. Those are things that 5 years ago I needed a paralegal to do. Now in my office, the truth is we have one less paralegal than we used to have, except the paralegals that we have now can do more with the tools that we provided them. Everything from using our bot to this case software program that they use that allows them to do their job quicker and more efficiently and frankly better. So in the near future, am I going to tell you, don't go to a lawyer, use ChatGPT? No, and that's because what a computer doesn't have is context. A computer can't tell you what's going on in the world. It can't get to know you unless you share everything that you can possibly share. Even if you're making a will, one of the most difficult, sometimes challenging decisions is what happens if you and your spouse pass and you have kids, who's going to be responsible for your kids? That's a conversation you can type into ChatGPT. If we pass away, then I'd like my Aunt Jennifer to take custody of my kids. Well, okay, ChatGPT is going to write that in your will. Cool. But if you were sitting in a lawyer's office, that lawyer may say to you, well, Jennifer's not a great pick. Here's why. The person who would take custody of your kids has to fill these 3 requirements. Jennifer only meets 2. What about this person over here who meets all 3? Oh, well, what do we do if neither of those people say yes? I mean, it's a conversation that you have to have given the facts and just given life experiences. So do I think that the legal industry is going to use AI more and more? 100%. We use it every day in my office more and more. But is it going to replace the thinking? Is it going to replace the strategy? Is it going to replace the connecting to people? I don't think so.